Good evening, everyone. I was asked by a friend to do this tutorial on a Sieveking exercise, one that I do every day, and it's so useful, but it has to be done correctly. So I'm going to turn the iPad toward the keyboard and see if you can see what my hands are doing when I do it. See if we can get it right. Now, so middle C is here, so I start on the C above middle C for this exercise. I'm working 3, 4, 5, and then and go up the keyboard and down. Then I'm working 2, 3, 4, and then I'm working 1, 2, 3. And then in the left hand, 2 octaves lower, I'm working 3, 4, 5, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. So here's what it is: 16 notes in one direction, then turns around, goes 16 notes in the other on C, D, E. Same thing on D, E, F. Same thing on E, F, G. A, B, F, G, A, G, B, G, A, B, A, B, C, B, C, D, and C. And then when it descends, it starts on C and comes down. C, B, A, B, A, G, F, G, F, E, F, E, D, E, D, C, D, C, B, C. So that's for this first group, 3, 4, 5. And I hold that first note, and I trill the D and the E. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. And then I turn it around and I hold the E and I come back. Now, what I'm doing for each note is I'm playing heavy. You know, you have to be able to balance. If you think of a dog trotting along, and it comes to a big stick, and it bites on that stick and grips it, picks it up, and trots off with it. And while he's trotting off with it, he's got his full balance on his feet. You've got to have your full balance of your body weight in the tip of your finger on the key bed. The wrist is limpid. You've fixed the position of the knuckles as slightly raised, and you've fixed the position of the wrist as slightly dropped. But the wrist is limpid because the upper arm can roll forward and you can flop right through to the floor. So, but you keep that positioning, and the finger must be firm. Each finger must be firm. The dog couldn't trot off if his feet weren't firm, if his legs weren't firm. So your finger has to be steel for you to balance the weight on the tip. If you thought of an elephant's trunk, you've got 10 elephant's trunks. Each trunk can go out like that and around. It's as though it's going around the key like that and taking the weight, just like the dog grips that stick and takes it and balances in the ground that he's walking on. So then you have to have a quick snap to your lift. So after you play the D while C is held, you have to have a snap to your lift, or you'll never build muscles if it's just half up. This isn't the way you're going to play it. It's the way if it was a piece, but it's the way you build the muscles in your hands to be able to take the weight. So you're balancing there. That if somebody pulls on your elbow, it falls back, you see. And you think of a V out from you, from middle C. Think of the hands going in a V out from you. So they're not this way, they're this way. It keeps the knuckles straight across the top, the main arch. Things happen down from that main arch. Second group. Third group. Fourth group. Now you hold the E and come back by step, and you think of the dead weight as the origin of the tone. 3, da, 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 4, da, da. Now instead of playing the D, you pick up the note that was holding the E, the 5, and you repeat it. That allows you to bring your third finger over D and start all over again. D, E, F. So. And you start your third group, your E. Now when you get about halfway up, once you know the exercise, you can start to take it a little wee bit quicker at that point. But keep it heavy. So if somebody lifted under here, it'd come crashing back down. And the wrist is not stiff. The shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist are loose. You're not trying to push the keys down. You're trying to drop and balance, grip the weight and balance it on the key and crawl. Then you can go fast. And I always give it a little tug on the fingers that I'm lifting, because I'm right in the keys. I'm not stiff and pushing. I'm totally loose, so I'm balanced there. So I can pull those up and I'm not tight in the wrist. The upper arm can roll forward. The elbow can swing out and fall back to my side. Then I turn the exercise around and come back down on 5. So C, B, A, B. Third group. Fourth group, nice and heavy. Turn it around now and go A, B, C, B. So that's C, A, because I skipped the B so that I can put 5 on B and come B, A, G, A. And you're aware that you're traveling the weight left, right, from one key to the other, as you would when you play legato in a piece. It's just you wouldn't be lifting the fingers high most likely in the piece, but you'll be staying close and keeping it as smooth as you can. But here you're trying to build muscles. Now a little quicker. Start your 2, 3, 4 group, and it's the same thing. I always like to help those fingers out. Just giving them a little stretch, a gentle stretch. 3, 4. And then I'm ready to go 2, 3, 4. Sorry, free fall drop. Playing well in on the white keys. I'm not out near the edge. I'm well in near the black keys. And the fingers are leading and the body is following. silent keyboard, so I don't have to listen to all that sound. But now I'm coming down on 4-3-2, CBAB. Full finger action. Completely relaxed. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's dead weight. A little quicker. Now I'm ready to do my CDE group, CDED group on thumb. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And I'm completely relaxed, and I know I'm not pushing and I'm not tight at all when I lift my fingers. So it's all in the hand, the lift. I'm quite aware that the dead weight is the origin of the tone. Nice high lift. Be sure that your jaw is relaxed. You're not tight in your face at all. And then I just do these, before I do the left, I do double thirds on the right. I'm really lifting that whole triad while I'm anchoring the weight in the keys with 2 and 4. Then I'm going to do the same thing on D, E, F, G, A. Take the triad and I work 2 and 4 while I hold the triad. Turn it around, hold the DF with 2-4 and work the triad. And then I do it up here an octave higher. And then I go down to the C below middle C, and I'm working 3, 4, 5, this group here first. And when I do that helping of the lifting, in the left hand, I'm parallel to those fingers with 2 and 3, pulling the finger up with my 2 and 3, just sitting it over top of the length of that finger. When I do it in the right, I'm gripping around from the side of those fingers, but for me, for the left, it's parallel. So then I'm ready to go D, E, F. And don't be afraid to feel that you're free on your seat to roll forward or around in a circle. So it's the whole upper body is part of what's happening. It's not just your fingers. I get right under there and give those 3 and 5 a yank up. It's heavy without pushing. And I do 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. And you see my thumb is underneath that finger. 2 and 3 are parallel on the finger, and the thumb is under it. That's why it's a safe stretch. It's all feel. That you're getting your weight without pushing in the keys. Come down on 4, 3, or 2, 3, 4. Half the time I've got my eyes shut. It's all by feel because I'm doing it early in the day. I repeated that because I was trying to listen for the connection of the tone. Where I felt I kind of got out a bit, I need to hear it, that I feel I'm in it. have that feel. Now you come down on your thumb, 1, 2, 3. My thumb and my 3. And I do I'm just grabbing the fingers that are lifting and brushing them this way. It's just double thirds. 5 and 3, 4 and 2, back and forth, and then 1 and 3, 2 and 4. Triad. And then I come up an octave, doing it without helping. So then the fingers have to work all by themselves. Before that exercise, I do the one finger exercise, which is just you're over C, D, E, F, G, an octave up from middle C, 2 on D, and you exercise down for a full second, snap up for a full second. 8 times. Independent finger. And if someone was to lift underneath here, they'd come crashing back down. And you'll find that muscle on the side of your hand starts to grow and get bigger. Drop and draw. And flop right through to the floor, even though knuckles slightly raised, wrist slightly dropped. The feel is that you flop right through to the floor. And you lift your unused fingers all in the hand so you don't stiffen your wrist and pull up in the wrist. Lose your weight. Got to be in the keys with your weight. Get down in with the keys with your weight. Has to be done loosely. And then the left hand, 2 on F, 3 on E. Is loose. the, I'll turn this up a bit now. Those are the exercise, that's what I start my every day with for my technique. That one finger exercise, and then for the right and the left, and then I do the C, D, E, up and down this group, then this group, then this group, and then my double third stuff, and then the same thing in the left, C, D, E, D. After that, I go into my wrist exercises, and then I do my stretch exercises and diminished sevenths and so on, which I've given tutorials on before. So anyway, I hope that encourages you to do that, because when you want to produce a nice tone, like, see, if I want more tone on that, I can have a real snap to that finger. Go out, it's like the elephant that has the 40,000 muscles in his trunk, so that he can take up so much water and gulp it down into his body, and then more and more and more. It's control that he has in that trunk, and you've got 10 of them there. So you can think of going out and sinking down into the water, into the mud. And when you do, you can come in with a relaxed hand. Just turn it so that you voice it. Not, but, and not, and not, but, or. See, if you've done all your technique each day, you build up hands that are strong enough that you can start to play bigger pieces, and it's not a problem because you've done slow, heavy, high lift practice on those pieces. Then you can stay close and make it sing. Make the overtones, make the wire have the overtones. You can't get anything of that sort of thing on an electric keyboard. You need a real piano. Anyway, I hope that gives you some ideas, and it's an incentive for you to start to develop a good technique that will serve you well when you play your pieces, to make them as expressive as you feel from inside of you and from your heart and from your soul when you go to play. Anyway, I hope that helps. Have a good night. Bye-bye.